Hey folks, this is the Dude in the Kitchen series, and I'm going to pickle the cabbage head. Stay tuned. Hello, welcome back to Pine Meadows Hobby Farm. I'm your host, Jerry Hansen. This is the Dude in the Kitchen series. I grew a fantastic head of cabbage. Never had this much success. I've grown small cabbage heads before in a garden once, but nothing this big. But I want to learn how to preserve that. There's a couple of ways of preserving cabbage. One is turning into coleslaw. Another one is turning into kimchi. When I lived in Korea, I fell in love with kimchi, and that's fermenting the cabbage. Also, fermentation, you can make what is that? Coleslaw? Yeah, not coleslaw. What is that? Sauerkraut. Fermenting cabbage, sauerkraut. But I'm going to pickle cabbage because that is a prudent way of long shelf life preservation of your cabbage head, because it changes the acidic level, because cabbage doesn't have acid in it. And if you're going to can cabbage and preserve it, you need to have an acidic base. So we're going to be using sugar, which is a preservative. We're going to use vinegar, which is a preservative, and we're going to use salt as a preservative, and a couple of other things. So stay tuned. Okay, the first thing I need to do is remove the outer leaves of this cabbage head, and then I'm going to slice it up in thin pieces and portion it out. But I'm just going to throw it in a non-reactive bowl, and we're going to sprinkle salt over layers and toss it, and then we're going to set it in the refrigerator overnight, and then tomorrow I'm going to come back and we're going to finish the pickling process. So let's get this prepared and sliced. Okay, I want to remove the outer leaves, and then we'll wash the head of cabbage once we're done. Okay, I'm going to wash this cabbage head off. That's a beautiful head. My goodness, beautiful. And we've got to get a bowl out, as well as the pickling salts. Now you need pickling salts because these salts don't have other minerals and additives to it, like iodized salts. Sea salt is best. Any salt that doesn't have any of those other ingredients to them. So let's get this chopped up and in the bowl. Okay, first of all, we gotta quarter it. Okay. And then cut the core out of it. We're going to get rid of the core. Just get rid of it. And now I just want to chop it up. and spread some salt over it. And then you can put it in the refrigerator for a couple hours or overnight. I'm going to put it in overnight. Personal choice. And we'll finish this tomorrow. We'll be able to get all the other pickling ingredients together. I got my jars already washed. And then we'll go ahead and do it. Now this, since it's, you're doing it in a salt and vinegar solution, you can water bath can this. Low acid foods or no acid foods, you must pressure can them. So we're gonna water bath can them tomorrow in the next video, and to you that'll be a video second. We'll be right back. Okay, we're back. It's the next day. I let the cabbage sit in the refrigerator all night. I'm gonna go ahead and rinse it really good and drain it thoroughly, and then we're gonna start making our mixture. While that's over there draining, I'm going to go ahead and pull my ingredients together for this recipe. This is pickled cabbage. I have about 6 cloves worth of minced garlic here, and we got about 4 tablespoons of mustard seed, and then I have a half a cup of pickling salt, 2 cups of sugar, and 3 cups of white vinegar. And then I harvested some carrots right out of my garden. I washed them off. We're going to go ahead and cut the tops and bottoms off. And then I'm going to put them through the KitCheN appliance for shredding it. I've never used this before, so this will be the first time using it. And then I've got some green and red peppers to add that something more, just a bite spice, almost like a kimchi type stuff. So let's get this concoction together. In the meantime, I have my water bath canner sitting on the stove. We're sterilizing the jars. To sterilize your jars, you just wash them with soap and water. Make sure there's no cracked edges. and then stick them in the water bath. And you want to water bath them or in hot water for at least 10 minutes to sterilize the jars. And of course I've got the rings and the lids in hot water because we're going to put those on the jars hot. So for the liquid, we're going to turn the heat on and we're going to add the vinegar, the sugar, and the salt. And we're going to bring that to a boil. Then I'll prepare my carrots. Okay, I'm going to shred the carrots. I need to pull this device out and select the one I want to use. Let's use this one. Since I've never used this before, I'm going to go ahead and, yeah, we're going to wash it. Soap and water. Yeah. Now we're just going to assemble it onto my machine. That which you see in the background here are 9 pints of green beans I harvested from the garden and canned. I already did a video on green beans, so you guys can check out that video. I'll go ahead and leave a link for it. So I'm going to go ahead and attach this, put the plunger in, and then this goes in. You push it in. There's a little lever you push down and it locks it into place. Here you go. And now I'm ready to shred carrots. There, that's better. Ooh, this would be neat making carrot salad with raisins in them. Yum. This is fun. Make sure I get all those shredded carrots out of there. Okay, now I want to slice up my peppers, but we're going to slice them lengthwise. Now I got a large mixing bowl, and we're just going to dump the contents into the mixing bowl. Yes, even those. And toss. Get it all mixed in. Let's go ahead and add the peppers. Just make sure we got it all mixed in and distributed. Now I'm going to add the garlic. And the peppercorn seeds. Oh, this smells wonderful. But it won't be ready to eat for about 8 days. Doesn't that look yummy? Oh. Okay, I got my funnel. I got my ladle. And now we got to take the knives, or the jars out. And they've been sterilizing in here, so we'll hot jars. And we may just get 4 jars out of this. May. Okay, let's start with that. Okay, I washed my hands really good. We're going to go ahead and stuff these jars full of this goodness. You know, I don't think these will last a month. They smell delicious. It almost smells like kimchi I remembered when I lived in Korea. Oh, yes. Next year I'm growing more cabbage. This is incredible. Pack it down tight. You know, I may only get 3 jars out of this. Okay, I'm going to leave my head space. I should have just made smaller jars, smaller portions, because it's primarily just me and my wife. And I think next time I'll do that, I'll be conscious about the size of portions I'm doing. And to store this, you just store it in the refrigerator. There's a method of pickling. You can pickle it this way and store it in the shelf in a cool, dark place. The other way is just store it in the refrigerator for up to a month. And of course, as it ferments, see, I'm not going to, I'm going to get 3 jars out of this. Okay, I need to keep my funnel there because now I'm going to ladle in the broth, and we're going to go up to leave a 1-inch head space. Ooh, I hope I have enough broth. Just enough broth for 3 jars. How about that? Okay, I'm done with the funnel. And now, wipe the edges of your jars. Then take your lids out. That's doubled up. Your lids and your rings. Hot, 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 hot. Just tighten them down to first resistance. You don't want to get them too tight. Hot, 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 hot. Okay. I'm going to take these other jars out of here because those are for another project that I'm working on also. For pickling, because of the high acid, safe to water bath can, so we're going to water bath can them at our 1,800-foot altitude for 25 minutes. Check your local elevation and your canning instructions to find out how long to water bath can different products. So I'm gonna let that sit there. I'm gonna let it come to boil. Once it comes to boil, I'm gonna start the countdown, 20 minutes. And we'll be back to pull the jars out and we'll go on to the next phase. Okay, it's been on for 20 minutes, so we're gonna go ahead and take it off the heat. Oh, that's bad, a jar broke. We'll take that one out. We'll take that one out. That's interesting. Yeah, the bottom of the jar broke right out of there. That's unfortunate. Look, that bottom broke right off. Man. Well, looks like I have a mess to clean up. I'll make it easy on myself. I'll just go dump this out in the chicken yard and let the chickens eat it after it's cooled off. Yeah, pot holders. Well, it is what it is. That's the third time that's happened in my canning career. I've been canning for, about 5-6 years now, maybe longer. And that's the third time that's happened. Well, I managed to salvage 2 of them out of there. I'm going to do smaller jars next time because I know these jars is way too big a portion for what we use at a time. So we're going to try smaller portions. I have 4 more cabbages growing out in the garden. They're just not as big as I want them to be yet. So stay tuned. I've got some other projects going on. There's a whole bunch of stuff going on because this is harvest season and homesteading is really, really busy this time of year. Please stay tuned for more videos. You could do that by subscribing and clicking that bell icon that alerts you to new videos as I do upload them. Also give us a thumbs up, leave a comment. Always remember, be safe and always be kind. We'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye-bye now.